Hello, my name is Dominique Lessert, and in this webinar, I'm going to show you how to dramatically improve your health and keep it there without giving up delicious food, without taking up much of your precious time, or giving up much of your hard-earned dollars. Welcome to today's training session. I'm excited that you're here because today I get to pass along a skill set to you that has completely changed, if not saved, my life. That skill set is the ability to attain and maintain your health in a toxic world. Now, I'm guessing that for a lot of you, this isn't your first time that you've tried to improve your health. And I want you to know that if you failed in the past, it's not your fault. There's a lot of information out there. And even if you could distinguish the good from the bad, the sheer volume would give anyone information overload. It's okay. If you're concerned that you just can't succeed at reaching your health goals, I want to put that to rest. You can do this. You just need a step-by-step process that you can follow to take you from where you are now to where you want to be, while avoiding the traps that are out there. On that note, I want to share a short and true story about those traps. Back in the 1980s, the food industry noticed the addictive properties of sugar and responded in two ways. The first was to engineer their products to be even more addictive, and the second thing they did was to buy up weight loss brands such as Weight Watchers and SlimFast. As an example, the Nestle company bought Jenny Craig, feeding us addictive chocolate from one hand and short-term calorie-based weight loss products from the other, basically creating a closed loop. And by 2011, was listed in Fortune's Global 500 as the world's most profitable company. It's no wonder that North America has such a problem with health when we're faced with this type of deception. Now, having said that, we've all heard stories about people who've overcome health issues. Some shed hundreds of pounds, others went from diseased with diabetes to full health, and others who were told they would never walk again are now running. That type of success is there and is available to each and every one of you if you know how to get it. People are often surprised when I tell them I'm in my 50s, and when they discover that I almost lost my life to cancer, they are blown away. Not only am I alive, but I have energy, I'm at my ideal weight, I have vibrant skin, and I have a full head of hair too. Wouldn't you love to tap into these powers to improve your health? Of course, that's why you're here. I decided to create this webinar in order to help other people overcome their struggles. Through this medium, I can share my story and pass on the skills for exactly how to bring better health into your life. And my hope is that not only will you take these skills and improve your own life, but you'll pass them on to others. So whether you're looking to overcome an illness or avoid disease or manage your weight or increase your energy and vitality or get out of the breakout cycle and get into beautiful skin, or whether you just want better general health, you're in the right place. Whether you're a beginner to health improvement and need a good introduction to the essentials and a step-by-step approach to getting on the right path, or if you already have some experience in this area and are looking for the doorway to take you to the next level, you're in the right place. The only way to dramatically improve your health and keep it is to work with your body's natural abilities to heal itself and allow it to maintain the internal balance that will keep you healthy. And the only path to that goal is one that incorporates the 6 essential components of health that I will teach you today and that we incorporate into the 60 Days to Healthy Living program, which is the step-by-step guide to better health that you've been looking for. You will learn how to prepare healthy, delicious food and incorporate healthy new habits into your busy life without taking away time from your other priorities. I will teach you how to avoid cravings and hunger in order to remain satiated throughout the day. You won't have to resort to outrageous dieting or drugs, and you won't have to stress about calories, and you won't have to spend a lot of money. And finally, I will show you how this whole process will be enjoyable and fun, and something you'll want to continue for the rest of your life, resulting in long-term health. When I was dealing with cancer, I had a driving desire to figure out how to make sure the cancer left my body and never came back. And during my chemotherapy treatment and subsequent recovery, I was off work for an entire year. I took this time to dive headfirst into a journey that would lead me to my epiphany and the discovery of the 60 Days to Healthy Living program. So what does an engineer like myself do when faced with a potential solution such as this? I put it to the test. So I'm going to show you how I use this technique to personally reach my health goals and then show you 2 more real-world case studies of people who've also overcome their struggles by following the same path. For my personal example, I'll show you how I not only beat the odds my oncologist gave me for my cancer survival, but how I actually improved on my pre-cancer 10K run time to go on and beat the 50-minute barrier to smash through the same wall I'd been hammering against for years, and how I did so shortly following my ordeal with cancer. In my second example, I'm going to show you how Becky, a busy third grade teacher, shed her extra pounds and developed the discipline she needed to keep them off. And my final example comes from my wife, who reset her metabolism, improved her gut health, and in turn her skin health. So, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of 3 different transformations, each with a completely different goal achieved through the same program. All this to show that when it comes to overcoming a variety of health issues, the best place to start is by giving your body what it needs to get the job done, rather than resorting to chemicals and quick fixes that don't work in the long term. My primary goal for you today is to prove without any shadow of a doubt that you can do 3 things. That you can learn how to incorporate a healthy strategy into your life without having to spend a lot of time in the kitchen or gym. That you can prepare and enjoy healthy meals in order to avoid cravings for unhealthy foods and actually look forward to a variety of delicious foods in your diet. And finally, that you can implement this strategy no matter what your level of knowledge. By following the step-by-step program outlined, you can develop the habits that will allow you to continue with this program in the long term, allowing you to continue seeing the benefits of better health for years to come. Your family and friends will be surprised when they see this transformation, and you'll be able to pass on this knowledge to them as I am passing it on to you. Learning how to get and remain healthy will change your life forever, and I mean that very literally. When you have your health, you are ready for whatever curveball life may throw your way, and also ready to take advantage of any opportunity life gives you. Having my health in order has allowed me the highs of jumping out of a plane for my 50th birthday to going lower than I've ever been through scuba diving. I went from having asthma that kept me from jogging more than a few blocks to hiking through Mayan ruins in Belize with my kids and running the Times Colonist 10K in well under 50 minutes. I hope you understand how important this information is for you and for the people you care about. This journey is bigger than all of us, and we have a responsibility to share it with others. So, if you haven't done so already, please put your phone on vibrate. Make sure you close down Facebook and have a pen and paper handy to take some notes, because you will definitely want to. So here's our specific agenda for today's training. I'm going to share with you my 6-part formula, the one I use to achieve my health goals as part of the complete strategy for getting you to better health. Next, we are going to dive into each one of these parts to see the role it plays in your health journey. And finally, you'll be provided with all the tools you need to get started on your journey to a healthy life immediately. Now, this strategy and these tools are the key to your success. When I uncovered these for myself, it changed everything. And if you're also struggling to improve your health, then I'm going to change your life today. In total, it's probably going to take me around 60 minutes to go through everything. So please make sure you're comfortable and giving me your full attention. Are you ready? Now, as for my qualifications when it comes to teaching this topic, well, you've heard about 2 obstacles I've overcome with my health, namely cancer and running, and I'll be going into more detail on those shortly. So let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The techniques you're going to learn here are not new. They are in use worldwide by doctors to cure disease, by therapists to help people recover from injuries and disease, and by coaches working with people who have a wide variety of health concerns. What is new is the combining of these proven techniques into a program which is now being used across North America, in Australia, and now moving into Europe in order to improve the health of all people who are ready to take that step. I am not a doctor, and therefore I can't show you credentials, but what I can do is share my story of success and the stories of countless other people who are living a healthy life due to following a plan that was developed by people with credentials and that has been tried and tested and approved by people from all walks of life. So now you know a little about my background. Is this material and training session today going to be useful and relevant to you? Who is this training for? In general, this strategy is for anyone who wants to improve their health, and more specifically, it is for people who have an immediate concern that they wish resolved. This plan has been shown to be beneficial for people suffering from excess weight, sugar addiction, low energy and fatigue, chronic headaches, diabetes, heart disease, cancer and related treatments such as chemotherapy, digestive problems such as heartburn, food and environmental sensitivities and allergies, respiratory issues like asthma, skin conditions such as acne, eczema, and psoriasis, often getting colds and flus, having a constant feeling of being unwell. If you tried other programs and weren't able to stick to the complicated steps, or dropped out because it didn't feel healthy, or if the results just didn't last, if you want to feel and look better, have more energy, and be healthy enough to enjoy life to the fullest, then this program is especially for you. With that being said, I have some house rules before we dive into the content. I refuse to pander to anything that resembles or supports a get-rich-quick mentality. So if you're looking for a do-nothing type of miracle, like a drink that will just magically make you healthy, I'm sorry to say that you will certainly not find that here, nor anywhere else, because there is no such thing. I'm going to teach you a skill set today. The process I'm going to share with you works as well as it does because it's based on aligning science with your body's natural ability to heal and be healthy. Ultimately, the only way to get healthy is to work with your body and not against it. Now, I've thrown some pretty big stories your way, from amazing results in fitness to overcoming various deadly illnesses. I think it should be fairly obvious, but I'll say it anyway. My results are not even remotely typical. It took me a lot of time to figure this stuff out and a lot of effort to get my health to where it is. And while I can give you a massive shortcut today, you will ultimately have to put in the required time and effort to see the benefits in yourself. And while I hope that you surpass my levels of success as many others actually have, I'm not going to remotely suggest or claim that you're going to succeed because I don't have control over your decisions and actions. We both know that the vast majority of people who watch training materials of any kind will never get any results, just as most people who bought a Bowflex have it sitting in their garage collecting dust. They want the end result, but at the end of the day, they're simply not willing to put in the time or work to make it happen. But the ones who do get the reward. All right, so if you're still with me after that little rant, let's dive in and get to work. The first thing you need to know about improving your health is that you have to focus on the root cause instead of just dealing with the symptoms. You see, in my studies, I discovered a pattern across many different chronic diseases such as diabetes, cancer, heart disease, high blood pressure, and obesity. This pattern involves how diet is linked with the main cause, as well as a successful treatment for each disease. At first, I was skeptical. Cancer is a terrible disease that will kill 1 in 4 Canadians, and the standard treatment in North America is chemotherapy. How could diet help? But the more I looked into research from around the world, the more I came to realize that our treatment of cancer here is in alignment with the profit of pharmaceutical companies that have their hooks into our government. It's not like this everywhere in the world. For example, Finland is currently the leading country for cancer treatment and research, with a much broader range of treatments than what is offered here. The Cancer Society of Finland cites nutrition as having the most effect in many types of cancers for both treatment and prevention. They also indicate a definite link between toxins in food and cosmetics with cancer. Obviously, in North America, we need to open our minds to the fact that there's more to treating this disease than what we're currently doing. So at this point, you're probably thinking to yourself that this is great for cancer, but what about my immediate problem? Will dietary changes help? And this is the really exciting part. I found countless articles supported by real studies showing that this same technique works for a wide variety of issues because they all have the same root cause relating to nutrition and toxicity. So in a broader sense, what my research found is that if you provide your body with the essentials it needs and remove from your environment the toxins that harm it, you give your body the best opportunity to recover to a state of health. This was a huge aha moment for me. I'd found the key to unlocking the door to better health. Now, before I figured all this out, my life looked completely different. Chemotherapy had left me unable to carry on a normal life. I struggled. Even walking around the block required me to take a nap afterwards to recover. You've probably felt that way sometimes when you got really sick. You just want to stay in bed and wish it all away, but it just won't go. The fatigue was one thing, but there were other concerns such as my digestive problems and thinning hair that bothered me. And in the back of my mind was this constant worry that the cancer would come back. Not only did I feel helpless, I was scared. When I was strong enough to get out, I talked to my oncologist. I talked to a nutritionist at the cancer center. I spoke with a couple of naturopaths, even one that specialized in cancer, but got nowhere. When I tried to discuss the treatments I found abroad to these specialists, I was always told the same story. They can't talk to me about anything not Health Canada approved. I was very frustrated that the people who were supposed to be there to help me had their hands tied and left me to figure this stuff out on my own. And if you've ever felt like this as well, there's a reason. On the one hand, you have companies like Nestle and Jenny Craig sabotaging your efforts, and on the other, you have pharmaceutical companies who have our healthcare system on a very short leash. In the end, it's not your fault that you just can't get ahead by following their guidelines. So you have a choice. You can resign yourself to a lifetime of whatever issues ail you now, stuck in the hamster wheel that is our healthcare system with most of the other people around you. Or you can say enough is enough and take the time to find the answers for yourself, which is what you've done here today, and you'll be glad you did. And this is what I did too. I read books, lots of books. I continued my research online, and I spoke to people who are succeeding with their health. By this time, I was well into recovery from cancer, so my research broadened into general health in order to include other problems I was suffering. I had some early successes, such as my breakthrough year running the Times Colonist 10K, which I did not by making changes to my workouts, but by making sure my body got the nutrients it needed to prepare for each workout and the nutrients it needed to recover afterwards. On the cancer side, I switched to a low GI diet, which studies show will help kill cancer cells and prevent them from growing in the first place. So I had this hodgepodge collection of solutions for different problems, but no clear step-by-step process to follow. And I still had a few persistent unresolved health issues. I felt that I was on the right track, but I wasn't quite there yet. So I decided to step back and take a look at this from a broader perspective, to find a solution that would solve all of these problems once and for all. And I found something that would change my life forever. And this absolute gem came from my wife. She'd been trying to overcome her skin problems and mentioned to me that she'd gotten great results by switching to makeup that was healthy and plant-based. A light bulb went off in my head, and I suddenly understood the connection between toxicity and disease, and how it's not limited to any particular aspect of a diet, or even related to just your diet. Whether we're talking about obesity, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and a bunch of other diseases, they're all linked to an unhealthy, or in other words, a toxic environment. It's not one particular aspect of the diet, such as calories or fat, that are important, but all aspects of it that make it healthy or not. So I focused my research on this topic, and I experimented. I made changes to my diet, and I incorporated new habits into my lifestyle. It wasn't exactly easy, but it wasn't rocket science either. And in time, the steps I needed to follow came to me, and things started falling into place. In my particular case, I found that if I focused on a healthy diet, instead of trying to treat each individual symptom, my other problems improved. My weight came down to where it should be, my strength and stamina improved, I could think more clearly, the headaches went away, my skin improved, my hair stopped falling out, and the chronic ear infections I had been suffering were no longer an ongoing problem. Everything changed for the better. My life would never be the same again. And once you acquire this skill set, the same will be true for you. So, do you want to know the secret behind this? How can you go from always feeling like crap to feeling alive, healthy, and full of energy just by changing your diet? It's biology. The human body is a wonderful yet complex collection of systems that are designed to work together in harmony to provide you with a healthy body to enjoy. Trying to find a solution to a problem by focusing only on one symptom ignores how these systems work together as a whole. For example, most weight loss diets will focus on decreasing calories or reducing fats. And while this may make sense from a chemistry or physics point of view, when it comes to biology, you can't simplify things to this point, which is why these diets don't succeed in the long term. Instead, we need to focus on providing the system with what it needs, much like a car needs gas, water, and various lubricants to run properly. If you put in the wrong kind of gas, or if you throw toxins such as sugar into the tank, the engine will run very rough, regardless of how much oil you pour into it, and this may eventually lead to permanent damage. Luckily, unlike a car, your body has the ability to heal itself. So if we provide it with the fuel it needs without giving it the toxins that will harm it, we can have health. And when your body has health, it can tolerate a small amount of toxin since it has organs that help filter these out to prevent damage. So what does a healthy diet look like? Well, we're going to dive into that right now. What I'm going to teach you is a simple formula for better health. We talked earlier about the 6 parts of this program, and here they are now. The first 3 are the guts of the formula, and if you were to incorporate just these, you would have a fair chance of reaching your goals. But the last 3 components are there to support the first 3 and make sure you get there. The first component is nutrition and habits. What we do here is make sure that your body is always hydrated and on a daily basis is provided with protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and calories, all in the form of pure, safe, and beneficial plant-based products. If your body does not have the fuel it needs, then it can't effectively heal itself and keep you in a state of good health. And the nutrition aspect is cumulative. If you skip a day, you'll pay for it the next day as your body recovers. So we have to be consistent. By introducing some new daily habits, we will establish a baseline for your nutrition without taking time out of your busy schedule. You'll be provided with twice daily shakes in chocolate and or vanilla, and easy recipes for delicious smoothies. Also, some nutritional supplements, and finally, healthy snacks to carry you through between meals. In this way, you will know that at the very least your body is receiving the minimum nutrition it needs to be effective every day. You'll have sufficient fuel to last you from morning until night, and you won't be dealing with hunger, fatigue, or lack of energy. The second component is the elimination of toxins so that your body can recover and begin to heal. There are a variety of foods and or chemicals found in foods, such as pesticides and hormones, that commonly cause allergies or other adverse reactions in people. These toxins and allergens include refined sugars, wheat, and dairy. Now you may be saying to yourself, I have to give up the foods I love? Well, I'm with you there. I felt the same way. So don't worry, I have you covered. The solution I came up with I call substitutions and dilutions. What this means is that for each unhealthy food that you remove from your diet, you provide a healthier substitute, or you dilute the unhealthy food by mixing it with a healthier alternative, and over time increase the ratio of healthy versus unhealthy until you're weaned off it completely. As an example of the former, a high-carb and gluten-heavy meal such as mac and cheese isn't healthy. But if we swap out the traditional pasta for a gluten-free quinoa-based one, and exchange the heavy dairy sauce with an alternative recipe you'll receive, you'll have a delicious meal that is not only free of all our allergens, but is also providing a complete protein and a good amount of healthy fats. And trust me, when you taste it, you won't believe it's good for you. The dilutions part of the substitutions and dilutions trick is where you cut down on a less healthy food by replacing part of it with a healthier alternative. This can be as simple as diluting your juice with water in order to cut back on the calories. But for a more complicated example, one of my faves is to make hot chocolate using half the quantity of the chocolate mix and replacing the other half with straight cocoa and using coconut milk instead of cow's milk. This produces a thick and rich dairy-free dark chocolate version of the drink that has half the calories and more of the healthy fats than the original. The substitutions and dilutions technique changes everything. Instead of feeling like your diet is some sort of punishment, you'll look forward to preparing simple dishes that taste great and are good for your body. This is how you were meant to live. So, we will begin by removing these potential toxins and allergens from your diet, and this includes those in your supplements as well. You wouldn't believe how many supplements contain toxic ingredients, and many others that are simply ineffective. We'll stick with pure, safe, and beneficial plant-based supplements. The removal of toxins will most often result in healing of inflammation that you didn't even know you had because you thought it was fat. Or that dull ache or pain you've been feeling but didn't know why will subside and you'll feel comfort in its place. The third component is controlling the portions and proportions of the nutrients you ingest. Because people come in all shapes and sizes and have different metabolic rates and needs due to different levels of activity, Figuring out these amounts will take some trial and error, so we will spend some time fine-tuning things. The fourth component is to provide sufficient exercise and rest for your body to be healthy. We're all on our own journey with respect to fitness, so this will be a very personal step for you. You'll receive exercise tips that'll get you going without requiring you to break the bank for expensive equipment or a gym membership, and you can do it all in the privacy of your own home. You'll need to decide where you're at and take the necessary baby steps to get you to where you should be. The important thing is to make small incremental improvements rather than making drastic changes that you won't stick to. The fifth component involves community and spirituality. Often, the people you spend time with keep you pinned to where you are, making it difficult to move forward. Through this program, you will be introduced to a new community, one which supports your desire to improve your health, and one that can relate because you're all going through the same struggles. This community will provide much motivation and will play a big role in replacing your doubts and fears with new hopes and dreams. The sixth and final step involves the boosters. These can take the form of increased nutritionals, additional supplements, or exercises, and several other things we can do to help you achieve your specific goal. Whether you're trying to lose weight, build muscle, increase endurance, clear up your skin, or reduce the signs of aging, boosters are what will make the biggest impact towards hitting your targets. So these are your 6 components to better health. After 60 days, you should have achieved your goals and be enjoying the healthy lifestyle you will have created. You'll feel like $1,000,000, but don't worry, it won't have cost you anywhere near that much. So now you have the information you need to reach your health goals. In just 60 days, you can make a change that will impact your life forever. You've learned the 6 components that are essential to your success. You have the tools to provide your body with what it needs and do so through the addition of delicious recipes and plant-based supplements. You've learned my secrets to get over unhealthy cravings and remain satiated throughout the day. And you've learned the techniques that will allow you to stick to the program for long-term lasting results. You can start implementing the strategy today using the techniques we just discussed, regardless of where you are in your journey to health, which means that your good health will never be a problem for you ever again. So, where do you go from here? Well, if you feel confident enough to take this knowledge and run with it, please do. It's now yours. But some words of caution. As with most things in life, when it comes to improving your health, success will be found in the details. Just because you know how to read a recipe doesn't mean you can whip up a successful souffle. Well, it's no different here. What I've just shared with you today are the rules of better health, and it took me about a year of dedicated study and practice to really master this art and to find a source for the nutritionals that are pure, safe, and beneficial. Was it worth it? Obviously. Learning this was what helped me to go from huffing and puffing on a brisk walk to running 10K in under 50 minutes. But I studied and practiced every day to get there. The bottom line is that you can't skip the process. If you want to become a doctor, you have to go through med school. If you want better health, you have to follow the program, period. But taking a year to figure out the details is a long time, and I don't know what your confidence level is when it comes to doing this on your own. Maybe 20% or 30%? Well, what would your confidence level be if I walked you through the entire process step by step? Where would it be if we had people ready to answer your questions? What if we provided you with all the supplements and the meal guide and my unique Substitutions and Dillutions guide and pointed you to the correct booster for your unique solution? Would that increase your confidence level to 80%? And what if I gave you some easy recipes for healthy and delicious meals and snack ideas to avoid hunger and cravings and an exercise guide to get you off the couch? Would that increase your confidence to 90%? And what if we could shorten your learning curve down from a year to just 2 months? Well, today I'm going to give you that opportunity. So here's how we're going to do that. The first step is a telephone conversation with someone on my team. We'll discuss where you are now and where you want to be. Together, we'll map out some goals and decide whether a booster is appropriate. We'll look at which program best suits your needs and place your order, which takes about a week to process and ship. Once your order arrives, you'll embark on a 30-day challenge, along with everyone else who signed up at around the same time. During this period, you will be replacing 2 of your daily meals with a delicious and nutritious shake. For the 3rd daily meal, which can be any meal you choose, you will follow an easy meal plan. Now, a quick note. All the products you will be provided are plant-based and certified gluten-free, vegan, and kosher. The meal plan aligns with these as well, but includes meat options for those who desire it. As long as your meat is organic or at least free range and hormone free, you'll be fine following along with the plan. For vegetarians, we'll make sure you're getting the necessary nutrients via other foods and supplements. The 30-day challenge also includes access to a private Facebook group where you interact with a community of people who are in the same boat, as well as seasoned coaches who can answer your questions. Being involved in a community of people who share your struggles is very important for those times when your confidence or resistance is low. We'll also use this group to educate, motivate, inspire, and keep tabs on where you are in your journey and make sure you're making good progress. There will be daily postings with helpful tips, recipes, and motivational stories. After the 30 days are up, you'll be well on your way and you'll be feeling the results of your efforts. To build on that success, we'll continue for another 30 days with most of the same supplements, but we'll ease off on the meal replacements and you'll be eating more regular foods and learning how to prepare a greater variety of delicious yet simple and healthy meals. During the second 30 days, you can choose to reintroduce some of the allergens we excluded before to see how they affect you. Beyond that, you'll continue to improve your results by following the same path. So, if you're tired of trying to improve your health and not seeing lasting results, if you're tired of going on yo-yo diets that keep you from enjoying the foods you eat, or have complicated calorie counting requirements that you can't follow, if you're finally ready to join the healthy living movement and learn the real skills that will allow you to control your health and have lasting results, then this program is specifically for you. You will receive your daily supplements shipped to you at the beginning of each 30-day period. Every day you'll be taking plant-based supplements that align with your health goals to ensure that your body receives the nutrients necessary to achieve those goals, so you never have to worry that you're not getting what you need. Your twice daily meal replacements for the first 30 days. You'll be taking a delicious shake, chocolate or vanilla, twice a day to keep you fed and satiated throughout the first 30 days while you're avoiding problem foods. These meal replacements make up 2 of your 3 daily meals, therefore slashing your grocery shopping bills and cooking times by 2/3. You'll get access to the private Facebook group, which becomes your community and support center. There'll always be someone you can talk to who can relate with your struggles because everyone in the group is going through the same program or is a professional with experience in this field. You'll never be unsure about what you should be doing or how you should be doing it, and you'll have a constant source of educational, entertaining, and uplifting content. You'll receive the Substitutions and Dillutions guide, so you'll always have a way of replacing an unhealthy food with a tasty alternative. This guide also provides a list of easy, delicious, and healthy snacks to keep you going between meals, so you never have an excuse for falling off the wagon. The 7-day meal plan guide that you can use to plan out each week in advance to avoid surprises and save even more time. Your home exercise guide will make sure you have a variety of exercises to choose from, so you'll never have an excuse for not moving your body in the privacy of your own home. And to wrap this package up with a nice bow, the support guide providing details about the first half of the program, the foods to avoid, the portions to include, your getting started guide, and the goal setting worksheet and a tracking sheet, everything you need to put the plan into action. Now let's talk a bit about some people who went through the challenge to give you an idea of its power. I'll go first. My story began in September of 2011. We all know what tragedy struck at the time in New York City, but at this same time I was facing the biggest challenge of my life, cancer. It's strange that after so many years, this still brings tears to my eyes, but it does. Cancer is not something I wish on anyone. I survived the surgery, the chemo that almost killed me, and the year of recovery that followed, but it left me with a number of subsequent health issues. Chemotherapy really does a number on your body. In my case, it wreaked havoc on my digestive system, my nerves, my skin, and left my hair thinner. I spent years being prescribed different medications to deal with these various issues, but none of the medications did much good. Now my health is almost completely restored. I'm 50 years old, I hardly ever get sick, I'm at my ideal weight, I have a healthy head of hair, and I can outrun my grown kids. This is all mainly due to the healthy diet and lifestyle I learned to adopt through the challenge. My wife and I now take it yearly to reset our bodies to optimum health. There are many benefits to this journey that I could not have foreseen when it began. I've lived to see my two kids grow into healthy adults, and during this process, I had good health to share with them to play catch, jog, cycle, swim, and skate together. We traveled extensively, hiking through Mayan ruins in Belize and snorkeling with giant green turtles in the Galapagos Islands are highlights. I'm now a stepfather to a 5-year-old, and I fully expect to have the health to share a similar lifestyle with her. I've already beat the odds the oncologist gave me all those years ago, and by quite a margin. Next, let me share with you Bethany's story. She writes, I'm a third grade teacher going into my 5th year of teaching. I started the challenge last September 6th and cannot believe the difference outwardly and inwardly, both physically and mentally. This program helps individuals develop an understanding and discipline that many people, like myself, need to be a better, healthier individual inside and out. And finally, I'll share the story of my wife, who writes, I'm a working mother, and before I took the 30-day challenge, I was often tired and uncomfortably bloated after meals. I also was experiencing adult acne and was looking for a way to optimize my absorption of the food I was eating so that my body would get the fuel it needs to power my day. I committed to avoiding the common allergens including dairy, wheat, and soy, and cutting out sugar, caffeine, and alcohol. I stuck to a vegan plant-based diet and had 2 protein shakes per day, loaded with extra veggies and greens. The first thing I noticed was that I no longer felt bloated after eating. After 2 weeks of drastically limiting my sugar intake, I realized that my lifelong sweet tooth seemed to have vanished. I was no longer craving a sweet treat mid-afternoon or after the evening meal. At the end of the 30 days was Halloween, and I didn't even have a single piece of candy. Cheese was likewise nowhere near the temptation I was expecting it to be. I found this pretty amazing. During the program, I kept moderately active and noted that my metabolism seemed to be boosted. My skin improved as well, with a welcome reduction in the number of breakouts. What I find most remarkable is that even months after completing the challenge, and after reintroducing into my diet some of the things I had cut out in moderation, my body has maintained the benefits of the program. It has been a true reset button for me. Alright, so today I've shown you beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's absolutely possible to follow a simple, convenient system that can make a dramatic improvement to your health without having to take time out of your busy schedule in the process. You've seen that it's possible to improve your health without giving up tasty foods, having to calculate calories, or deal with hunger and cravings, and that you can actually have a lot of fun while doing so. And you've also seen that you can use this strategy even if you're starting from scratch, without any kind of diet or exercise regimen, without any fancy exercise equipment or a costly membership at a local gym. So if you're ready to get control of your health and change your life forever in the process, now's the time to sign up for the 60 Days to Healthy Living program. Class is already underway, and your startup package is waiting to be sent to your inbox so you can get started today. Your only job is to read the materials and follow along step by step as we go through the training and create your new healthy lifestyle together. By the time the 60 days are done, you should have reached your health goals and be well on your way to a lifetime of better choices and better health. You will have joined a growing movement of people who are spreading the message of healthy living around the world. Now you're probably wondering, what about the price? The retail price for the standard 60-day package is $926. If that sounds expensive, then keep this in mind. On average, it would cost you about $2,000 to hire a coach over this same period to provide you with the nutritional and fitness advice you need to reach your goals. And on top of that, you'd be paying an additional $800 for the supplements and gym membership. You would also have to schedule time to meet with your coach and make the commute to him, as well as to your gym. And you would still not have the community support that we provide through our private Facebook group. In addition, the first 30 days of the Healthy Living program include 2 daily meal replacements, so in effect, this would be an extra cost. In summary, that's a $2,800 cost for an inferior solution than what we offer for less than a third of that figure. But the fact that you're still here watching this means that you're actually serious about improving your health. So here's what I'm going to do. My biggest thrill in life is getting letters from students like you who've gone through this program and who have used it to change their lives and who are now spreading the knowledge and helping change the lives of others. So if you're willing to invest in yourself today, I'm willing to invest in you as well. I'm going to take $300 out of my pocket and I'm going to invest that in you and your health. So right now, during this webinar, I'm going to give you a 34% discount and reduce the price to just $626. To put that into perspective, you just saw 3 people use the same formula to achieve amazing health improvements in our examples today. So would you invest $626 to acquire that ability? I hope so. Now, with that being said, there's one small catch. Your $300 discount is only good for the next hour. Why? The reason is that in order to succeed at improving your health, you need to want it bad enough that you are ready now to go for it. And I'm only interested in working with people who are serious about making a dramatic change in their lives. Simply put, you cannot improve your health while sitting on a fence. So I want you to get off the fence and decide to change your future. Now, in addition to the 34% discount, I want to make this a completely safe decision for you without any risk whatsoever. So, I'm also going to give you an unprecedented guarantee that is unheard of in this industry. I'm going to give you a no questions asked 30-day money back guarantee. Follow along for the first 30 days of the program, and if it's not a fit for you for any reason, just contact my support team to arrange the return of your remaining product and the training materials, and they'll make arrangements for a full refund. Any products you've consumed thus far are on me. So that means there's literally no way you can lose here. At a bare minimum, you have a full 30-day money-back guarantee to go through the first half of the program risk-free. You can then decide whether the program is for you and continue or not as you choose. So here's how to get started, and then I've got a few more surprises for you. Below this video, you will see a form that allows you to send your contact information and a few minor details. I want you to fill out that form right now to apply. And when you do that, someone on my team will get in touch with you to discuss the program, make sure it's a good fit for you, and identify any boosters you want to add to speed up your results. And that's it. Now, as you fill out the form to get started, I have a few surprises for you. The first one will likely become one of your most valuable health-related possessions. Have you ever seen a movie where the hero finds a little black book with secret knowledge that transforms their lives? Well, what I'm about to send you is the health equivalent of that little black book. I call it my Core Recipes Guide, and it contains my easy go-to recipes for healthy meals. With this guide, you're never at a loss come dinner time, and it'll keep you from spending too much time in the kitchen. This really is my bread and butter in the kitchen, as I can take a quick look at what's in the fridge, flip through this guide to find a matching soup, sauce, or dressing, and combine those into an easy-to-prepare multi-course meal. This little gem is valued at $25. My second surprise is going to really help with the detox portion of your program. You will receive, at no extra cost, a 7-day cleanse package. This package will help remove toxins and improve your gastrointestinal health. Along with the probiotics already included in the program, this will make a huge improvement to your overall health. The retail value of this cleanse is $50. My third surprise is a payment plan. We will only bill you up front for the first 30 days, and your payment for the second 30 days won't come due until a week before it starts. I know this will help you breathe a little easier. And the final bonus, the one that everyone has been calling for, is free shipping. Your first 30-day shipment and your second 30-day shipment will each arrive at absolutely no cost to you. In summary, this truly is an amazing offer. Check out this slide. I had to remove the title and squash everything together in order to get it all to fit. These bonuses bring the value of the package to well over $1,000, but I'm going to give them to you for free when you join today for only $626. All right, so to recap, when you join the program today, you're going to be officially enrolled in the full 60 Days to Healthy Living program, where I'll be helping you reach your health goals step by step. Yes, this proven system can be used to overcome a number of health concerns, so if you'd like to have better health, this program will teach you how to achieve it. When you join today before the deadline, I'm going to give you the full package as well as all the bonuses, a value of well over $1,000, all for only $626, broken down into 2 payments. But this price is only good for the next hour. You get my 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee, so you can give the program a try without any risk whatsoever. With this guarantee, there is literally no risk and no way you can lose here. All you need to do is fill out the form below and a member of my team will be in touch. Remember, if you change your mind at any point, you have my guarantee to back you up. So at this point, you've watched the entire presentation. You've seen that it's possible to dramatically improve your health following an easy step-by-step process, and it's clear that this program will show you exactly how to do it. So I'd like to invite you one last time to participate in this priceless training so you can get your health sorted out, put this behind you now, and move on with your life. I've made sure this is a completely safe decision for you to make without any risk whatsoever, so complete the form below to get started. Thank you so much for joining me here on the webinar today, and I'm looking forward to helping you achieve your health goals now and into the future.